Season 2 of our stay in Sanditon this summer is coming to an end. Episode 6 will take you on an emotional, bumpy, and unresolved journey now that you know the truth about Lennox and Colborne. But not all is lost because, as the credits roll at the end, we are informed that Season 3 has already been filmed and that Charlotte and Alexander will live happily ever after in those scenes. My characters shall have, after a little trouble, all that they desire, was how Jane Austen described her works. That will unquestionably be the case. As a reminder, Episode 6 aired on PBS Passport on April 17, 2022 for paying members, and it will air on Masterpiece PBS on April 24, 2022 for the general public. The fair warning is beneath. If you haven't seen the episode yet, you should read it at your own risk. The arrival of Sydney's trunk from Antigua kicks off the 6th episode. They try to honor Sydney until the very end, as the author, Justin Young, mentioned a few months ago. He has kept that promise, but what you are about to see hurts and surprises both the fictional characters and you, the audience. Before we open that trunk, however, we are in the room with Charlotte, Georgiana, and Allison. After learning from Charlotte that Colonel Lennox stole Colborne's wife, Allison admits that she is a terrible character judge. Charlotte says that Colborne is not at all the man that I've been led to believe as the ladies talk to each other. This scene does not include any kissing or telling, as Charlotte keeps the passionate moment from the evening before to herself. While Edward sits there with a smug expression on his face, Dr. Fuchs and everyone else are convinced that Esther has lost all senses while she is being drugged to the hilt. Edward agrees with Dr. Fuchs that she needs to be committed to a facility. Clara appears distraught when Edward informs her that his work is almost finished and that she will be in an asylum. More is coming. To pay Allison a visit, Captain Fraser has arrived. She figures he might be proposing, yet pronounces he thinks of her as a companion. He gives her a book of poems rather than words of love. Numerous men struggle to convey their true emotions. They can be found in both fiction and reality. What will the male species be used for? She is obviously brokenhearted. The portrait has been completed by Charles Lockhart, and Georgiana is extremely pleased with the outcome. He has persuaded her to follow him away. When Charlotte returns to Colborne's estate, she finds him outside playing with his dog and playing fetch. She smiles warmly at the man, revealing her growing affection, who is dressed to perfection in Regency attire. He says hello to her and suggests that they rotate around the grounds. I adore the Regency expression, turn about the room, turn about the grounds, and so forth. Charlotte looks at him inquisitive, probably wondering if she is about to receive a marriage proposal. Colborne walks them to a shaded area and apologizes, claiming that he talked too much about the past and pleading with her to never talk about it again. His statement shows that he still feels shame and wants to keep Lucy's reputation safe. He is reassured by Charlotte that she will not. After that, she tells him, I too have known heartache and betrayal, and she admits that she has sworn off love and marriage as a result. However, she realizes that she is unable to conceal herself. With a revering look toward Colborne, I trust it's her approach to avowing her developing friendship. Okay, let's stop right here. Deepen your breathing. From social media, I know that Charlotte's use of the term betrayal to describe her heartbreak with Sydney has caused controversy. She confirmed that she understood why he married Eliza. Indeed, she said she didn't think too gravely of him. Indeed, she urged him to keep his part of the deal and fulfill his better half. Some fans consider the term betrayal to be harsh. However, Charlotte is expressing her deepest desire to meet Colborne on the same level as her. He lost his wife to Lennox. Eliza used Sydney's money as leverage to steal him. It makes you can't help thinking about why Justin Youthful picked that word. It's clear from Charlotte's way of coping with the past 9 months since she said goodbye to Sydney that the experience made her cynical about love. This aspect of the word betrayal is described as the violation of a person's trust or confidence by Merriam-Webster. It immediately brings to mind Charlotte's warning from Georgiana in the first season. He is not trustworthy. Charlotte has probably tried to make sense of everything over the past 9 months, and as she stands before Colborne today, she admits that she has experienced that breach of trust, just as Colborne did with his wife's unfaithfulness. The confession leads to a rather passionate, swooping kiss between the two of them. If Mrs. Wheatley hadn't suddenly appeared to break up the lip lock, I'm sure the kiss would have continued and possibly resulted in a proposal. She declares Leonora's disappearance. Oh, Leo. Too soon. Mrs. Wheatley appears unperturbed despite her initial shock at the scene. She must be pleased with Colborne's affection for Charlotte. I can't help but think